What's good, ladies and gents? This is Travis with Virginia Highlands Outdoors, and in this video we hit up the North Fork of the Holston River and do some early spring smallmouth fishing. We also do a little bit of wading, or at least I do. Now I get to do some fishing here with Keith from Southwest Virginia Outdoors, and I'll be sure to leave a link in the description to his channel. He puts up some really awesome videos, fishing and hunting, and all around really nice guy, good fisherman, and I know you will enjoy his channel, so be sure to go by and check it out. And I also got to fish with Jake. He actually lives in California, and he gets to come in a couple times a year, so the last 2 times we tried to hook up and go fishing, and hopefully we'll get to do it some more. Really good guy. I'll leave a link to his channel as well.
One come on a jitterbug, broken back jitterbug, the other one come on a black buzz plug, and one was on a shiner. See the way this runs, it's like these big channels and flats that go down at an angle like this. And everybody calls this the shoals right here. And it's like walkways. There'll be like, 6-7 foot wide, and then there'll be channels in between them. And if you look, you'll see holes. And sometimes I've just fished a little minnow out there before, and you'll see a little bluegill or a red eye come up out of that hole, and they'll eat it, and then they'll try and get back in there. It's wild.
Alright, I decided to break out the waders because I only had about a half a spool of line, and I know you guys know once your line gets low you cannot cast as far, so one way to get around that is either put more line on or get in the water. So the only choice I had was get in the water. And luckily it paid off here. Now, this first fish, not the biggest fish in the world, but what I was using, I first started out with swim baits. They didn't work. Tried a couple spinner baits, they didn't work. So I decided to cast out some shiners that Jake had bought for us, and once again, Jake, I really do appreciate that. I told you I was going to get them for us, but thanks again, man. I'll get us next time. But anyway, what I was trying to do is, you can see the slack water in the current. So what I do when I shiner fish or drift fish, I'll throw it out and let it hit the current, drift down, and then come back into that slack water. And usually that's where the fish will be laying. They're waiting for something to come on out of the rapids and out of the current. Easy meal for them.
It's a start anyway.
Hey, yeah. Awesome, man. Man, I'm telling you, you can feel it once I got just about to the brake line. You can feel it picking it up and just shaking it.
Yeah.
It wouldn't quit.
That's what this one was, just a little tapping, and I was just like, well, maybe I should try,
He swallowed that thing.
Yeah.
That means they are pretty nice.
That's some cool little.
Alright, here we changed spots, and we saw a really big bass building a nest here, and this thing was probably like maybe a 4.5 pound, maybe 5. It was definitely a good sized fish. It had its nose down and working on the nest. Now Keith put in some really amazing pitches there. Got it up above it and brought it down to it. He didn't, throw it right on top of it where it would, spook it off. But unfortunately, after the second cast, it does move out to deep water. So we move on up. But these are some really awesome. It's almost like a slingshot. It's like shooting your line. So really awesome cast, Keith. Great job on those. Alright, here I'm wading back out into the river, and the main thing I love about North Fork is you can just about go anywhere and cast in and catch something. Red eye, smallmouth, catfish, whatever. But there's smallmouth in it everywhere. But I'll go ahead and tell you a secret, since if you've made it this far in the video, my favorite places to fish are river bends, especially river bends that have rapids that come into still water right after. So you can see the still water below. And right there I just missed the fish. I'm shaking my head, but we get back out there and we get hooked back up on him. Now, the thing is, with the rapids coming down like this and the different currents, and especially like the deep channel over there going into this flat, you can throw your minnow out and let it drift all the way down, and as it sweeps around in like an arc form, that's usually where you're going to catch them. They'll be sitting there on that edge, and it's the money spot, so try it out.
Fish on.
And this fish is coming up here like Jaws or something. Check out that. He's darting back and forth. That was kind of cool.
Hi, buddy. Not too bad. A pretty good fight on it. Down there fishing North Fork. A pretty decent smallmouth. Some good eggs.
Alright, as you can tell, the sun is setting. We're going to get a couple more casts in here, and for me this is one of my favorite times to fish, is at dusk and at night. That's usually for me when the big boys and the big girls come out to play. And I've done really well at dark. And a lot of people, once the sun sets, they're ready to go. But for me, that's when the fishing action really starts. You'll have to give it a shot for yourself to see. But especially in the summer, there's no better time to fish than right at dusk up through 2, 3 in the morning. Sometimes we fish to 6 a.m.
Oh yeah, good fish, good fish. good one.
Got a little bit belly on him. Nice.
Kind of light on it.
Yeah. That belly. He's feeding.
16 maybe.
Look at the, what's he got down his gullies? Is he feeding? He ain't feeding too much yet, but. Heck yeah.
I missed several up there.
Really?
Yeah. It's like right here on this. They're in the shallow too, just right on this flat. I let it drift and come down.
Big old something up right there on the bottom.
Yeah.
Awesome, man.
You wanna try some of these shiners? I've been hitting them pretty good. I got plenty of hooks and everything. Yeah, I'm going to do it before too long. That one fought good. Probably what, pound and 3/4 maybe on that? Pound and a half. In that current though, they get a extra pound on them when they get in that current. 3 and missed about 5. Before. None ain't good. Yeah. None ain't good on them.
I hooked up once down there, but
Every one I've caught, it's just like I weighed it out, but I'm casting over and then drifting, and it's almost in a straight line. They're just like 20, 30, 35 feet off the bank. You know, it's I guess they're, yeah, oh yeah. There were some guys come down in a canoe the other day, and they were fishing spinner baits over there, and they was doing pretty good. I was getting up under, you know, those overhanging trees and stuff. So,